This is his username if you want to look it up again. So the point is like he's one of the reasons Cobalt is even possible. We're all here because of him. See, I appreciate that you literally LARPed as the campfire for this. This is great. Um, anyway, so he said, "Hey, my name's Edmund." So he's like, "Hey, Edmund, wouldn't it be nice to like, do a little like, let me actually sit down with you guys." He's like, "Wouldn't it be nice to do? Can you stop shooting? Wouldn't it be nice to do like a clan in for the summer?" Because he knows I'm a clanner and he always wanted to be in a clan that I owned, kind of thing. So I'm like, okay, let me get some buddies and then we'll just throw it together. So then we do it. Early on, he's all chill, whatever. And then we start adding rules and stuff like that. This is what happened. If you noticed on his record, it said two dates. There's like two ranges, right? There was the one, and then there's like two slashes, and then there's a second half, right? He had two phases. All right, we need more fire. Hold on. Let's all here. This is his username again, if you want to see it. So he had two phases. This is what happened. So the first phase, what happened was he joined. I was just developing. I was just streaming my development, and then he literally does this. He in the middle of the call randomly, Zeet was there. "You're a bitch, Edmund. You're a bitch, bitch, bitch. You're a bitch, 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 bitch," in front of other members too. I'm like, bruh, what are you talking about? And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna mute you, and then I mute him. I'm trying to focus on development anyway. Then like 5 minutes later, I'm like, okay, I just unmuted you. Are you gonna be chill, bro? I'm just trying to develop. And then he's like, "You're a bitch, you're a bitch, bitch, bitch." And then I just uh, tell him, "Bro, you need to stop talking like that, bro. There are members around. It's not just you and me." I don't know. He's probably just messing around. Anyway, so then I say, "You got to stop doing that because it's against the rules," kind of thing, right? Not. I mean, we're friends, but it's like, dude, you're in a group. I can't treat you differently if everyone else is here for the same reasons. So yeah, exactly. So then what happened was he said, "Well, I don't have to listen. I'm just gonna follow. I'm gonna act on my own accord." I'm like, okay, then act on your accord. The fuck? Like, what am I supposed to do with that information? And then he just leaves the game. He leaves the group, and then he leaves the server, which is not allowed if you're not going to tell me. Like, you can leave, but as long as you just tell me, like, "Hey, I'm just going to take a break. You're kind of a weirdo, bro." Okay, that's fine. That's good enough for me. You're going to be honorably discharged. You can come back anytime. He didn't do that. So he just left. Then a week later, he comes back and apologizes. He's like, "I was just having a bad day, blah, blah." I'm like, okay, fine. By the way, I've been through this with him before, Murid. Anyway, so he says, "I was just having a bad day, blah, blah." And then we start talking about, just the clan again. And then he looks at his service points. He had like 8. And he was like a private or corporal. And then he noticed that it's back to 0. So like, when you do your event, you're gonna get 1. Actually, I'll even give you 1 today because were you were hanging out with us and you were actually testing the gun with us. But dude, he had 8 and he was like super whatchamacallit. He was super active. But he didn't like that I reset it when he came back. And I said the point of the service points is that it gives me a record of your consistent good service. So like if Murray, you start messing up, I'm gonna be like, Bro, I'm gonna, kind of tell you this is how it's gonna be. I might take your point away, and then until you accept responsibility, I'll give it back to you," kind of thing. But no, he just left. Like he didn't care. He disrespected everyone in the group by doing that. So I'm not going to give him his 8 full points back. That doesn't. He's not as good as another member who stayed without a problem with 8. Does that make sense? Right. So it's like a good consistent record. It Just think of it like this. For whatever country you live in, imagine like this one government official. He has all these medals and decorations and achievements on his chest and whatever, military guy, right? And then one day you find out he betrayed the country. He did like treasonous acts. He started giving information to enemies and stuff. Does he deserve all those medals? You tell me, right? So obviously not. So when, let's say he comes back and apologizes, does he get all his medals back? I didn't think so. Anyway, he comes back. I forgive him. I'm like, dude, it's totally chill. It's just like there are only 6 rules, bro. Anyway, so I was just thinking like, bro, you should be thankful this is not a group with those giant documents of rules and stuff. Okay, just sorry, I had something in my throat there. Totally nothing against Luma there. Totally nothing against Luma there. So, uh, anyway, so I mean the rule's simple enough. I was trying to keep it minimalist. Anyway, apparently it was hard for some people. Anyway, I forgive him. He comes back. But bro, he starts making a scene about his service points. He starts saying, well, you should explain what service points are for because I was under the impression that when you come back, I'm like, dude, it's just a number in a fucking data, excuse my language, in a data service on Roblox Studio. Who cares, bro? It's a group. It's just have fun, like whatever. Anyway, he made it a big deal, and then he showed himself out just for that reason. Uh, that was one reason, and the next reason was he just didn't like that I was treating him the same way as anybody else in the group. Like anyone who came back after doing something wrong, kind of thing. I would have treated them the same way. I would say, hey, dude, like you don't get to keep your service points if you're coming back as a dishonorable person. You have to prove yourself. By the way, this is the thing, Murid. I gave him his rank back. I'm sorry, he was a captain first, by the way, Murid. This is a giant fire. I don't think we're gonna be able to contain these guys. So anyway, Murid, so he was a captain, and then when he came back, he said, you don't have to give me my rank back. I'll have to prove myself. I'm like, okay. So I give him private. And he's like, dude, I trained people. I'm like, okay, corporal, fine, dude. What do you want me to do? So I give him corporal. That's fine. I give him corporal. So he had a rank. He didn't start from exactly 0, Murid. But he made it a big deal. And, for that reason, he's not here anymore. So, but he was number 2. Although this group, Murid, was created in 2014. I don't know if you detected that from anything, but it was made in 2014, and it lasted for like 3 months, and then it had a very messy end, and then 12 years later, I bring it back with him and some other buddies. But there are some members here, like very few, I think 3 or 4, including me, that were in the original 2014 like era. So it's pretty interesting, right? We actually still have our old facility. No, he blocked me, he blocked everyone, all mutual friends. I think he still talks to Luma though. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Dude, Zeke did nothing wrong, by the way. Zeke got total collateral damage. Oh, he doesn't talk to you? Well, so, no, yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude, he was super chill with all the people. It's just like, he decided to take something between us, to a whole thing. I'm just saying. Yeah, 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 yeah. Whatever. Oh, you unadded him? Luma? I didn't even know that. No, you didn't. Oh yeah, he had some weird stuff going on, Murid. He would like write if you like killed him in a game on a bad day, bro, he would write your username down and everything he knows about you on some document. Yeah. So anyway, that's the tale of Anzark. There's another dude that's like disqualified. It's like he was just a pedophile. He was trying to justify like he's not a pedophile kind of thing. I just said, bro, you can't fucking join. Are you stupid? Um, but you would think like a group with our member count doesn't have much drama. You'd be pretty surprised. Some people they put themselves on the other side on purpose instead of just like for example, let me tell you something, Murid. There's a dude in here. He was actually in 2014. The group. His username is Deck558. Coolest, one of the chillest dudes I ever know. Anyway, he hasn't attended a single damn event since we booted up. Not a single event. Got in zero trouble. I don't think he's even texted in the server. But I talk to him like every other day. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But he's chill. Like, dude, if you find the time to come to the events, it's what it's for. It's how it's supposed to be. I'm not gonna ping you to come to events. Yeah, he's still here. He's busy with work and stuff. We got, like I said, we got a couple people here who are like super busy. We got people in the military here. We got people with kids. Other people are what you gonna call it? Married, co-living, whatever they want to call it too. How do you become a private? Well, you're a lieutenant, so you're above, you know. But anyway, that's the story. Do we have room for? We should have marsh. You know what? I should probably do this. Add this little feature for the academy. That'd be pretty funny. No, I'm not talking about regionality. Dude, I feel bad. Dude, Murray, I got into an argument with this. I got into an argument with this Roblox developer. She was so nice with us. She made a place for us for free. And we practiced on it a couple times. Actually, today we just did. But she hasn't talked to me since we got into this little debate. It was giant messages back and forth, like not even essays. Like imagine 5 times those essay sizes that you're familiar with. She said she liked it when the heat got. She liked what though? What do you mean? I forgot these details. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Okay. No, I don't blame. Dude, here's the thing. Murray, let me tell you something. You're probably like younger than 18, right? Cool. Dude, when you start debating people, especially when they're young, they're gonna start thinking that you're talking personal shit, right? They're gonna start thinking like you're not talking about the argument anymore, you're talking about the person. When I was talking to regionality, I detected that she was taking it personally. I was like, just stay with the subject. I'm not. We can talk about the person later. Especially if I were to talk about the person, it would probably strengthen my argument. But I don't need to do that to prove a point. At least for the thing we were talking about, it was just philosophy stuff, Murid. Anyway, so she would come to events. Like she wasn't a member, but she's in the visitor side of the server. So she would like they're just messing with you. But she would just like pop into events. Like imagine we're just hanging out on a call. Like she would just come and just hang out, kind of thing. She doesn't do that anymore since we last spoke. I was like, what? Let me see. Hold on, I got you. Let me see when this was. I can't even. Yeah, this is a pretty big. Literally last month from today. So anyway, ever since then, haven't heard a damn thing. I mean, I'm still added with her and stuff like that, but I could tell that's the thing that did it for her. Here's the thing, Murid. Like, when you debate people, if you get personal, that's an ad hominem. You don't use the person to as a part of your argument. Ad hominem doesn't mean like you just insult somebody. It means you insult somebody in place of an argument. So if you said 2 plus 2 is 5, not you, let's just say someone else said 2 plus 2 is 5, and then I said, no, idiot, 2 plus 2 is 4 because of these proofs. Me saying no, idiot, and then giving you the argument is not an ad hominem. That's not what I did to her. I was very professional with my response. It's just that she kept trying to like, I don't know. Anyway, the point is, I'm not out to hurt anybody. I'm just trying to make a good time for everybody. Some people, they just make it something it's not, like Onzark. I'm not gonna say much about regionality because I don't know her, but I'm a nice guy. I'm not doing anything wrong. I've done bad things, right? Everyone has, but right now, what am I doing? I'm sitting in this place. Why is there a campfire in the place? Why is there one right there? Oh. So anyway, that's like 2 stories for you, Murid. So, dude, there's too many, like, I can't even see the players. I have to move my camera. Tell Murid about the what? Hellgast? I'm not talking about the Hellgast. New Revolution? We're not talking about that. Oh my gosh. Worm is a legend. Absolute legend. Not from this group. Anyway, what else do I got for y'all? So, oh, I gotta let Murid know of the secret. It shouldn't have been a secret. I keep forgetting to tell people in the group. Okay, Murid. The group, this Cobalts group, it will last at least until July 31st. At least. That means it could be the last day, okay? I just keep forgetting to tell people, so like one half of the group knows that, and then the other half doesn't. So I'm gonna try to start it with you. The reason why is just because I'm sure you can understand this website is just not gonna be the same as it used to be, that kind of thing. But just a heads up for you. Wow, that's amazing. I didn't even know I can do that. What does that sound? Anyway, so. Oh, it's like a gear. Anyway, Murid, another secret. This is kind of going to be a tie-in to the subject that I was discussing regionality with. Regionality is the username of that person that I was in an argument with. After the Cobalts, I'll be pursuing like something not on Roblox. It will be like its own thing. To not keep it ambiguous, it's just like my own platform kind of thing. I'm working on it with a few people. And that's just like, this is just actually meant to be like a little bit of practice of like, you know, just warming up, getting ready for people, that kind of thing. Onzark, Nick, we both were kind of framing it as like, hey, let's do the Cobalts thing, let's have fun with the clan thing. But it's also going to be like practice for us to, you know, like manage people and stuff like that, just at this low level kind of thing. I'm like, okay, whatever, that's fine, I can do that. So after at least July 31st, you can expect us to still be around. But beyond that, it'll just be dormant. Like, you can still come to the places and stuff, but there'll be no events. People can leave. Everyone's gonna be honorably discharged. Whatever it is, they can stay in the group. They can leave whatever they want. But in the meantime, we'll do what we can. You know, some of us gotta move on with their lives. You know what I mean? We're in, you know. So, that's what I'm saying. But believe me, I don't do this. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Z. I'll just, like, here's the thing, on July 30th, I don't even know what, Z, you guys gotta help me here. How do I tell the other half of the group that we might shut down on the 31st? They're gonna be so mad at me. I want to say at least then we'll exist. I don't know about after. Because all these updates, it's just not the same. You think so? I'll probably do that now. I'll also make it easy for people. If people want to just dip, I'll say everyone has express permission right now as a result of this thing. If they want to just leave, they can leave. They'll get honorably discharged. They don't have to tell me. That's just me giving them a favor because I didn't tell them, so. Okay, I'll probably do that. Dang. No. Remember, do you see what I gotta deal with? You think a 55-member group doesn't have much to work with? This is what I gotta deal with. No. Also stole my hat. Those horns are mine. Just copies everything I do. You guys just copy me. Yes. Anyway, Murid, so for either tomorrow or whenever, your basic training or like the intro, It'll be whatchamacallit. It'll be done in the room behind us, like not behind us, but like beyond us. Like, do you see the auditorium area behind, up there, right there? Your basic training will be there. It's gonna be like 10-15 minutes. Honestly, it doesn't take long. It's just me like, or another high rank, just giving you the baseline skills, like a couple drills, telling you about the gun, and then just signing you off. You get your point. You'll have 2 tomorrow, and then 2 points. I mean, and then you'll get private. So everything after that, you just do whatever you want. If you want to be like Deck 558, or if you want to be like some of our super active members, it's up to you too. So. Yeah. We're quite chill here, so. But we take our rules pretty seriously. Like, listen, I give people freedom. It's just, I've been doing this for 12 years. Bro, I know what behaviors to not let in the group, and the rules are there for a reason. If someone starts talking about... Okay, here's the thing. What Zeta's mentioning... Okay, Luma actually dreamed about the Cobalts once, like literally sleeping. She was sleeping and she dreamed about the Cobalts. I gave her a service point for it. I don't know why, I just did. It just felt normal to do that. Yeah. So look, Murid, if you actually dream about the Cobalts and I detect that it might be true, I might give it to you, you know what I mean? It's like, what? Something has to come out of that. You can't just wake up and be like, that's just a dream, so. Whatever. It's the premonition, Luma, watch. Watch and learn. We'll start tonight. Get the hell out of the Japan. So. Ooh, me and you? What, and then you lose? Yeah. Murid, Luma and I, we knew each other since 2018. Just telling you. Oh, I didn't mean to sit you there. I thought you were just trying to sit next to them. You can mess with the gun if you want on the targets. Yes. Luma, so what proof do you have? Oh, Mink is here. Proof of what? Proof of life. Oh no, I'm sorry. What proof do you have that I'm not a secretly operated account by a clandestine organization? Huh. It's the realest mink. What's up, mink?
I was just checking up on you guys for a while. Skivity toilet, bro.
No,
Sorry, bro. Sick, bro. Wait, what?
it's all chill. It's all chill. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us.
Welcome. What are you guys doing right now?
Honestly, we were kind of just. This is like a super informal introduction for the new member Murid into the group.
Oh, is this like a tryout again, like a basic training thingy, or
Not today. It's gonna be tomorrow or either Wednesday, I think.
can
Hmm.
I join if available? Like,
Yeah,
if you,
yeah, sure.
okay.
If it's not too bad of a time, because I know you're actually both of you are in the same time zone, I believe. Isn't it GMT 7 for you, I think?
It's similar, 1 hour difference.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, nice,
Okay.
nice, nice.
谢谢你. I will be on my way right now, bro. Sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, okay, okay.
Good.
Yeah.
We're not even doing much. We're just sitting around.
Yeah. All right, okay. Yeah.
Dang, Luma, what did you do to Mink? What did you do to my boy? Does Realist Mink know about what? Onzark? The deactivating? I think so. I have to clarify. I'll just run it. I'll just send it out tonight. Just the earlier the better, the sooner the better, that kind of thing. Do we have like a last memorial thing? Like an event? I'm not asking you, Luma. You're gonna say no because I'm not going there. Never mind. I would have roasted you so hard. Nope, nope, nope. Just leave the goat. Oh yeah, that's the normal thing to do. Okay, yeah, take it easy, Murray. Thanks for joining, sir. Have a good night, sir. Cobalts out. Peace out. Welcome. Bye bye. Hey! See, he got it already. I said Cobalts out. Z, you see, I just made something totally up, and then Luma's super insecure. All these thoughts that I didn't even introduce. Luma is now thinking of that. What am I gonna say? I just made that up. Z, I just psyoped the hell out of Luma. Zing! You see, it's like Inception. You propagated. I opened the door, and then you filled the room with random thoughts that I didn't even know about. Yeah, you see. Just you wait. Oh, you also stole that from me. There you go. Z, you gotta understand something about Luma. 95% of the personality, the mannerisms, idiosyncrasies, lifestyle, food, movement, thinking, breathing, lungs is me. That's me. Stole what from them? No, I coined that. No, that's the other 5% that I'm not. Oh, I saw that picture. Yes, yes, yes. Dang! Uma got psyoped tonight. Dang! Luma, despite being the 6th at variant, wasn't even ready for that. Oh, Shiloh's here. I don't even know what to do anymore. The story's over. Part 15 has noticed it's not happening. Oh. Anyway, so whatever. She follows Cobalts into games all the time. Yes. Are you talking about the Cobalt Duchess? Luma, do I bring in the Duchess? What's gonna happen if I do it? What's actually the problem? Dude, the Lady Premier didn't even do anything wrong. What did she do? Okay, Zeke, because you were there, right? You were like barely 5 years old. That is true, but whatever. Yes. Thanks to this random person for telling me that. Bro, I was supposed to recruit somebody today. I ignored him the whole day. Fuck. Edmund, dude? Who, me? I didn't make the name tag, Z made it. It's not discrimination. Zeke just decided I'm just gonna make a name tag, and I'm like, okay, it's blue, it's small, fine, whatever. What? Whatever. Look, Z, let me tell you. Did I tell you like the you know, so there's the premier, right, which is me, but then there's the lady premier, which is the you know what I'm saying, right? Okay, so basically what happened was, well, there's really not much to really say because like here, one of my weaknesses. This is just the weakness I'm always gonna have, at some point. I don't know if it's ever gonna leave me, but. Wait, she said that? I don't even remember that. That's funny. But no, my weakness, just in doing things, I don't delegate tasks very much. Like, you probably noticed that, Z. I don't really, like, put jobs on people. It's just the habit of me being like, it's my way or the highway. People are not going to do it right. People don't really care. I'm not going to make them do something they don't want to do. It's only if they volunteer, then I'm like, okay, that's different. But I'm not going to I don't like putting responsibilities on people more than is already being asked. So back then, Lady Premier was just like a title. Didn't even like do anything. Like, it wasn't really power. You know, you're close with me and that kind of thing, but like, you didn't really have like power to do things in Idviria. And that was actually by choice because I was very careful with who I gave power to because it affected our internal and external image. The internal image mattered more than the external. We didn't really care how people saw us. If there was a blatant lie that we could just correct right then and there, we would probably do that. But internally, we didn't want to give the impression that we're just, like immature, that kind of thing. Anyway, so when I was closing Idviria, I told her. Actually, she's the only person I think I talked to, and then I talked to Edgar, that I said, I'm gonna just close Idviria, I can't do this anymore. There's too much going on, this is not my life, I'm gonna marry her, I was saying all these crazy things. And then, basically what happened was, she was like, just give me the group. Like, I'll take care of it. I already know how it works, that kind of thing. I'm like, no, it's not, you don't understand. You don't know, like, how it is. Things are, ideology. This is not just a clan, that kind of thing. So, I said no. And then Edgar was in the call, Erwin, when he watched he watched the Adverian server disappear on his Discord server. It was the saddest thing I ever did to somebody. Oh my god, I hate that day. I hate that day with all my heart. Worst 5 minutes of my life. I know. So, but no, I was the unreasonable person in Adveria. I was the worst Adverian. Um, so, yeah. I was worse than Velitis. I was worse than all these people that we went against because I did what I did to Adveria. So, yeah, and then I think 4 months later, yeah, Kyle, for example. But like 4 months later after, wait, November? Yeah, 4 months after that, then she dumped me. So, yeah. Yes. Yes. So then the remainder of that year and then the year after, I didn't really do much. I was just kind of hovering around, just kind of like rethinking my life. I was like, damn, I really overthink that group stuff. It's just whatever. I was just role playing. Let me just get a job like everyone else. And then so I slowly get back into it. But then I realized like I'm not happy thinking like that. There was something here in Adveria that I just kept in the yes. So anyway, then moving on, um, just me being myself, just kind of still playing games and stuff. Uh, and then, just deciding I'm just gonna get my career on. Then like 2 years after I got dumped, I was like, you know what, let me just fucking focus on life. Let me try to go to college, get some credits, might get a degree, that kind of thing. Hmm? What do you mean? No. It was just once, one and done. Uh, and then let me see. Yeah, 2 years after, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna do something professional. So I'm gonna get my job. I'm gonna get my thing. So then I do. But one thing I didn't like that I said about all of that ordeal was that I was trying to write off Adveria as like it was just a group. It just didn't fucking whatever. It's one thing to be like, okay, it's like different. It's like imagine you, for example, I'm not religious, right? But let's just say you run a bakery and you're a Christian. So you run this bakery with religious values, right? So just because the bakery is done doesn't mean that Christianity goes with it. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? So it's like Christianity was used as part of. Why did my thing just? Yeah. So it's just used to supplement the business model. So similarly, Adveria, like the ideology, Adverianism, was used to like supplement the clan experience, right? So just because the clan went doesn't mean the idea did too. Ideas can't die. I'm sorry, Edmund. No matter what you think, do I still believe that Charlie Kirk is alive? Yeah, no, I'm kidding. That's not what you asked. You still believe what? Fully? Yes, of course. Z. Oh my god. What do you think I was talking about regionality for? What? That's the one thing I believe in my life. Because I didn't come up with it, by the way. Did you know that? Yes. Oh my god. What do you think Vooverse and all this stuff is gonna be about? You're watching like the alpha phase of all this happening. More like beta because we're getting there pretty quick. But like I'm telling you, Zeet. I'm telling you, Zeet. I'm just saying. Yes. Dude, there was a YouTube comment somewhere. Luma. I'll try to find it. I think it was on one of Kyle's videos on Adveria. There was some person who replied in the video. They were like saying, I don't even remember. I was in Adveria, but I don't even remember. It was all like a blur. What was it even about? I was like, I got you so young, you don't even remember the group. So, yeah. It's just sometimes so funny. Because, like I said, there are two types of people in Adveria usually. Like, people who I would actually certify as being actual members. There were people who just were doing the clan stuff, and there was the other half who were doing the whatchamacallit, the ideology stuff. So like they would use the ideology to interrogate people, that kind of thing, and it would yield results because we started cleanly and then we maintained it cleanly. But they wouldn't do that. They would always come in with some mess. But you know, humans can do good and bad things. Just is what it is. Doesn't mean like if humans do bad things, you should kill all of them, and then if humans do all good things, then you should excuse everybody. If you give people the choice, right? You give them the opportunity. If you said press this button to save one homeless person, just I'm pretty sure people would press the button. But when you ask them, hey, you know, give that money, okay, Luma, you get the fuck out. I'm joking. So, no, I'm joking. But Luma, you know what I'm talking about? That's actually a communist thing, by the way. Did you know that? There was a quote about that. It was saying something like, humans are equally as capable as like super good things and equally as capable as super horrific things. So it's the same concept, right? So regardless, Z, if you give people the permission to be good, they will be good. They really will be. It will actually be phenomenal. That's why there are so many leftists, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, socialists. So anyway, that's just the point. Is like, you know, you in Adveria, it was just like, let me just open this little space that I just know how to do because I just play games all my life. I just know how to do clans. Let's just do this clan thing with this little consideration, and it worked out. It was a wild. It wasn't just a success. Adveria wasn't just like, you know, in and out. It was a wild success. Everything I imagined was gonna happen happened. Yes. So beyond the Cobalts, Z, guess what? I gave you the word. I said, Z, Vuverse will happen because it's within the realm. It's within the scope of this philosophy, right? I have to be honest now because otherwise, if I tell you anything else based on the idea and it's a lie, you won't see it. Cobalts is not Adveria, so I don't have to really care so much about my language. But yeah. Right? But you get what I'm saying? Like if I tell you in the future and then I lie to you, you won't care what my word is. It's one thing to say like someone's an untrustworthy person, but what if they told you, Z, that every time they put on this shirt, they told you the truth? Does that make sense? And they did. So that person might be the worst liar. Like they're just horrible. But every time they put on that one shirt, they will tell you the truth. But then what happens when one day they put on that shirt and they don't tell you the truth, and you know it, you find out? It's the same thing with Adveria. It's like I have to be careful when I put on the shirt of the idea what I'm saying, because otherwise you're not going to believe me when I put on that shirt again. No one's going to believe me. Now, moving forward, people will still say you're lying, you're doing this. They're just going to say that out of their ass because they have problems. They have personal problems. They're trying to make me like them. But it's not about that. It's like, dude, you can participate too. Z, when let's say you took a seat here with this campfire stuff, right? What if I told you every time you took a seat in this campfire, you would tell the truth? Anything after that, you stand up, you do whatever the fuck all you want. You can lie, kill people, whatever, pillage, whatever you want to do. But when you sit down here, you follow these rules. That's easy to ask for, right? So, that's much easier to ask for than expecting you to lead your whole life. Well, it's useless because Vuverse will be transparent just like Adveria was. There were people who I found out were spying on Adveria. I'm not joking, by the way. It was designed to not be a problem. There was someone who spied on Adveria. I found out, and I sent him the screenshots, and I said, what do you want to know about Adveria? Because I can just tell you with pictures. Like, I will show you. If you think we're talking about killing people in our officer chat, I will give you permissions to look in the officer chat with me. Let's go through it. Look in the audit logs together. You'll see that I didn't touch anything, blah, blah. Anyway, kind of just went off the rail here. But there was someone I found out who was spying, and then I sent him the screenshots, and he said, oh, I don't even care anymore. I'm like, what? He says, it's fine, it's whatever. Like, Are you not? Don't you want to report to your people any information? Like, I will help you. I will help you tell them what they want to know about Adveria. If they feel like this is the way to do it instead of joining it, okay. So if someone wants to do the same thing with Voovers, that's fine. I will show you everything I can without compromising security. Right? Admin, how do I know you're not the? How do I know you're not impersonating the real admin? Let me see your social. See, I don't need to give you that, right? That's security stuff, right? What's the probability you're gonna misuse that? So, right? There are layers to that. Spy on Voovers, that's great. That's just you getting to learn. You giving yourself permission to learn about what the purpose of the whole system is. I absolutely Zeet. It's the one thing I did right in my life, and that's the one thing I believe in, is what I did, how Adveria came to be. We'll get there when we get there. I don't even know what the hell Lumiverse is. What the hell is that picture? So. So, that is that. It's a pretty good scene that we put together, though. It's kind of eerie because I'm usually here with people. This is a liminal space. You're gonna go now? Yes. Alright, Z, take it easy. Have a blessed night. Good night. Good night, good night.